Hello there, Whipper here, and once again, welcome back to another mod showcase. And today, guys, I'm going to be showing you the Apocalyptic Buckets mod. And pretty much what this mod does is it adds apocalyptic buckets into the game, which when used spawn insanely crazy disasters, which will ruin your world, it will destroy everything. So make sure that when you use this mod, you use it on a world which you don't care about, because as soon as you use any of these buckets, the world is just rendered completely useless. You can't play it anymore because the whole world will just be ruined. It's just insane. I really love this mod. If you've actually seen my review of the natural disasters mod, times that by 10 the amount of devastation. And that's what you get with this mod. It's just insane. So by the way, guys, if you can shoot for 500 likes for this crazy mod, that would be amazing. But basically, how this mod works is, you start off by crafting something called an apocalyptic bucket, and this is crafted using 3 nether bricks and a nether star. And then once you've crafted an apocalyptic bucket, you can combine it with certain items to get different varieties of apocalyptic bucket. So here we've got the paint bucket, there's 2 different versions of that. We've got the frozen bucket, the toxic bucket, the fire bucket, the black hole bucket, that's a very interesting one, and the void bucket, and of course the tsunami bucket, which is by far my favourite. It's just so awesome, and we'll get to that later on. But I'm going to be starting off by showing you guys the paint buckets, and these are deceptively simply named. You wouldn't think that a paint bucket would be too destructive, but these things are some of the most destructive buckets in this mod. It's just crazy. They never stop. Once you spawn it, it just keeps on going. So I'm just going to spawn down this paint bucket now and see what devastation it causes. Are you ready for this? I've got my quaint little house over there, which is just going to be ruined. But watch this. I'm just going to right click on the ground with the bucket. We get 1 white block, which turns into 5 white blocks, and slowly over time it's just going to increase in size and just consume the entire world. And watch what happens when it gets to that tree. It's quite a slow process though. Look, here we go. It's about to collide with the tree, and watch what's going to happen to the tree now. Waiting, the suspense is killing me. Yes, look at that. You can see it's converted the log of the tree into solid white interesting blocks. What are these? Tile.null name. That's very useful. But look at the tree being slowly converted into just pure white blocks. And that's going to happen to the entire world. Everything in this world is just going to turn white. And I can't imagine what it'd look like if all of these mountain ranges were just white. There'd just be nothing. But yeah, this thing's just going to keep consuming the world. As you can see, we've got loads of seeds all over the ground, and my house is just turning to white. There's just nothing I can do. It was a beautiful, nice, quaint house, and now it's just white blocks. Wow, look at that inside. It's just white. It's like an igloo. Oh, but it's insane. It even converts the water into white blocks. And as you can see, the speed of its spreading is increasing because there's just so many blocks now. And those blocks are touching other blocks, which are touching other blocks. And it's just going to consume the whole world. And I just love this paint bucket. But yeah, I'm going to have to stop it now because the FPS is going to take a massive hit because it's got so many block updates. So yeah, this is pretty much the limit now. But now let's move on to the next kind of paint bucket. So, the next kind of paint bucket is the purple paint bucket, and I'm just going to spawn this down now, and this one is just insane. I'm going to compare this to a sinkhole, because what happens is, it just spreads around your world from a single point like this, and everything just gets consumed and removed, and it just keeps going down and down and out, and everything is just destroyed. It just disappears out of existence. Look at this thing. It's just going to keep spreading, and this gets very laggy very quickly. I can't leave it going too long, but I want to see what happens when it reaches my house, but it's just going to destroy everything. This tree. Is it going to destroy the tree? Yes, look, it's spreading to the tree, and the tree is being consumed. Just look at this thing. It's spreading at an insanely fast speed now, and it's about to reach my house. Look at that. The house is being consumed. It's being destroyed by this weird purple goo or paint. I don't know why it's paint. It's more like a goop or something. Is goop even a word? That's the most ridiculous word I've ever heard. Yes, look at this goop. Very nice. But it's just consuming the house, and it's spreading so quickly now, the world is not generating anymore. And that's actually because if I go down, this is the void down here, I think. Yes, we're about to reach the void. This is the void, and it's just destroyed everything. It just keeps going and going and going, and it gets faster and faster, and then the FPS just goes down, down, and down until everything in your world is destroyed. It's just insane, and I love this one. It's even more destructive than the white one, because you're left with nothing. Instead of just white blocks, you're just left with nothing. Just void, which is just so awesome. But now onto the next bucket. So next up is the toxic bucket, and pretty much what this bucket does is it's like a wave of toxic liquid, like really poisonous water, which when you come into contact with gives you a really potent hunger effect, which just removes all of your hunger bar, and also any mobs it touches turn into diamond armor zombies. It's crazy. So I'll just give you a demonstration of this now. So I'm just going to spawn down some pigs and some cows and some chickens and even some grass, because for some reason it classes grass as a mob, so when the water actually touches the grass it gets converted straight into a diamond armor zombie. So I'm just going to spawn it down here and watch as it slowly consumes all of this land and turns all of these mobs into amazing zombies. Look at this. Really powerful zombies are about to be spawned. Look at this. And it's about to collide with the pig or the cows. Watch what happens. The transformation. Wow. Just instant. Instantly they get converted into zombies. And look at that. Everything. Even the grass has been converted into zombies. I do find that a bit weird that it converts grass into diamond helmet zombies. That just is a bit weird, because if you had like one of the grass plains in normal Minecraft biomes and you spawned this bucket, you'd get like thousands of diamond armor zombies. That would just be crazy. You'd have no chance. But I'm just going to swap into survival now and show you what happens when you jump in the water. You can see I've already got the hunger effect. I've got 8 minutes of hunger. I've got no hope. And now I'm going to start losing health, and we've got all of these zombies attacking me. I'm going to have to fight back. It's just, you've got no hope. If this is spawned and you're in survival mode, you've just got no hope. You're just going to be killed by an army of zombies wearing diamond helmets, which are quite fashionable actually. If only they were wearing top hats instead, that would be much better and I'd much more appreciate them. Anyway, so yeah, that's the toxic bucket. Now on to the next one. So next up we have the fire bucket. And this one is pretty crazy, because what it does is it sets fire to everything in your world, like seriously. But it's not the normal kind of fire that you'd come to expect in Minecraft. So I'm just going to spawn it down to show you this. It's green. The flames are green. And yeah, it's just going to keep spreading, and it's like a wildfire or a bushfire or whatever you want to call it. It's just going to spread all over the world, and everything is going to be covered in green flames. Look at this. It's just crazy. I wonder why they're green. Actually, I haven't actually tested this yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swap into survival mode, and I'm going to try and walk in these flames. They're not even flames. They're not burning me. How can there be flames and not be burning me? It makes no sense. I was just wondering what happened then. I just fell into a block, and that was the one I removed earlier, of course. But yeah, you can see I am not actually getting burned by these flames. They're completely harmless, but just look at them. Let me just go back into creative mode here. They're going to keep spreading, and your whole world is just going to be consumed by them. Can you put them out with water? Let's see. Let's see what happens here. Do the flames get put out by water? Yes, they do. So you can fight back against this green flame, as you can see here. It's just going to fight back against the flames. And why is the water spreading so much? I don't understand this. This is not normal. This water bucket has just spawned like a massive wave of water. This is not normal. What the hell? Is it something to do with these green flames? But that is just... wow. This bucket has a lot of power. There's a lot of water in this bucket. It must be the world's biggest bucket. But anyway, yeah, that's the green flames that come from the fire bucket. But now let's go on to the next one. It's like a battle, actually. Look at this. Will the water or the green flames win? I was not expecting the water to do this. Have they done something to the game which has messed up normal water? Because that seems like that's the case. Oh well, on to the next apocalyptic bucket. So next up is my favourite kind of apocalyptic bucket, and that is of course the tsunami bucket. And that's actually the reason why I chose this map. Because it's a valley, it means the water can only spread in one direction, whereas in a normal world it would spread in all 4 directions, and it would just get really laggy really quickly. This way we can actually appreciate the beauty of this wave, and I can sit in my little viewing area here and watch the wave come hurtling towards me. It's going to be brilliant. I should probably set up a teleport here so I can actually see the wave from distance, because it's so quick. I'm probably not going to be able to get back to the house in time if I spawn it and then try and fly back. Right, now I've got a teleport set up. I can go and spawn down this Goliath wave. It's going to be amazing. I'm not going to spawn it right at the top because then we'll just get too much water and it gets really laggy. So maybe here's a good spot. Yeah, here we go. And you may instantly be noticing, let me just teleport back. Look at this wave, it's incredible. Wow. And the top of the wave moves faster than the bottom, so it actually looks like a wave. And I'm going to get in my viewing area now so I can actually view it come hurtling towards my house. It's going to be amazing. Yes, there we go. Look at this wave. It's just consuming the whole landscape. Everything is being flooded. Wow, it's so quick as well. You can see if I use this on a normal world, it'd just be so laggy so quickly. But look at that. My house is now underwater. I'm just going to go down and have a look. It gets super laggy though. Wow. And look, all the windows is just like a wall of water. It's amazing. And the door. What happened to the door? I've only got half a door now. That's just weird. And I can open the top and bottom half of the door individually. Wow, that's a bit glitchy. Anyway, let's just go and fly up and see the wave. Wow, look how much it's spread already. In that split second where I was exploring the house, it's already got all the way over here. Wow. Oh, this wave is incredible. And it just keeps going and going until it reaches the edge of the world. And I'm not actually sure if it's going to stop, because I haven't made sure that all of the edges are sealed off. So it might just keep continuing. I was hoping that it wouldn't, but yeah, it's getting quite laggy now. This is just crazy. The amount of water that this bucket has just spawned. It just keeps going and going. Every new water block that it spawns is a tsunami water block. So that will spread out as well. And it's just crazy. But I love it. And you may have noticed that this water is actually different to the normal water in the game. So down here is some normal water, and the tsunami water isn't affected by shaders because it's a completely different type. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this tsunami bucket. I just love this one, but it does have a weird effect on blocks. If you look at this, you can see these blocks' data values have been reset. So they're no longer facing a certain direction. They only face one direction. This needs to be fixed, but yeah, that's pretty much what it does. So yeah, now on to the next apocalyptic bucket. So next up we have the Void Bucket, and the best way to demonstrate this one is just to show you. It's super scary, this one. It's worse than the tsunami by far, but I'm just going to spawn it down here, and I'm putting it at this level because it doesn't spread as fast as the tsunami does, so it's going to take some time to actually spread. But look at this thing. This is Void, of course. It's actually similar to the Void you see down there, below bedrock, because as soon as you step in this, you just die. It just kills you instantly. It's incredibly dangerous, so you just want to stay away from this as much as possible. I don't even know why you'd want to spawn some of these apocalyptic buckets in survival mode. It'd just be like killing yourself. It'd be suicide. But it's going to keep spreading outwards and outwards, and hopefully, yes, I'm going to be able to stand on the top of the trees here and watch it consume the world, block by block. I mean, look at this. It's just blackness. There's just nothing. It's super scary. Imagine if your whole world was just black. That's pretty much what this does. But now I'm just going to swap into survival mode so I can show you what happens when you jump in this stuff. So, yep. Are you ready for me to die? Because that's about to happen. Here we go. Yep. Wow. Look at this. So I've got set on fire, and there's nothing I can do about it. It wasn't actually as damaging as I thought it would be. Wow. Where am I? What is this? We've got Mr. Moo and Porkers and Tony and Zambo. I don't even know. Okay, I'm back now after that weird interlude, but look at this thing. It's spreading. Wow. Wow, that looks really freaky. You can actually see through it slightly. So you can see there kind of an outline of a really foggy black valley. That is super creepy. That would be brilliant for horror maps, wouldn't it? Wow, I'm loving that view. It's like a foggy valley at night time. It's amazing. And look at the treetops here. They're just poking out above this black void. It's incredible. I'm loving this. Oh, yes. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for the Void Bucket. Now on to the next apocalyptic bucket. And I love this one. So next up, we have quite an interesting one, which is of course the Black Hole Bucket. And this just spawns a black hole kind of entity which sucks in everything around it, but it's not as destructive as I first thought it would be. But I'm just going to show you what it does now. So I'm just going to spawn it down, like so, and you can see we've got a randomly changing block in the center. It's just changing from texture to texture, and it's spinning around slowly like some kind of planet. And yeah, look at that. It's starting to make a hole in the ground, and this is what I found really weird about it. I was expecting it to make like a circular hole where it just pulled all of the blocks around it into the center, but what it actually does is it makes a perfectly cubic kind of hole. And no, I'm getting sucked into it. No, this is not good. Once you get sucked into this black hole, you can't get out. Oh, it's like it's only at the starting stages, because if it was later on, I'd be doomed. I couldn't get out because it gets stronger and stronger over time. But yeah, pretty much what it does is it creates a cubic hole. No, no, don't suck me in. I'm too young to be sucked into a black hole. I don't think anyone's ever said that before, but now they have. Look at this thing. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's so strong. What can I do? Get out of it. No. Oh no. It's the end. I can't escape it now. This is it. I am now part of this black hole. I can't do anything about it. But yes, you can see it makes a perfectly cubic hole, which I thought was really weird. I really want to spawn some pigs. Let me spawn pigs. No. I'm stuck in the black hole now. Oh, look at me. I'm just stuck here. I am now a black hole. Wow. So the game actually did crash after that, and that's a real shame because I'm thinking that if the black hole wasn't so damn laggy and it didn't cause the game to crash, it'd be quite epic to watch it consume your entire world and watch my house be destroyed, but I just couldn't because, yeah, it just made my game crash after about, I don't know, about a minute of use. But what I wanted to do is I'm going to spawn... Why have I got the void bucket? That's not what I want. Right, now I've got the correct bucket, what I'm going to do is I really want to test out what happens to mobs. So here we go, I'm going to spawn down another one, and I'm going to get loads of pigs, and surround the black hole with the pigs, and watch them slowly be sucked in as the black hole expands. And I'm going to watch this from the comfort of the top of my house, like here. And I'm going to make sure I don't get sucked in by putting a block at my feet. And look at this, all the pigs. I wish I had Zoom right now, I don't have Optifine. But look at that, the pigs are now getting sucked into the black hole as it expands. And yes, I'm getting revenge on all these disaster pigs. That's one thing I've noticed, there's been a lack of disaster pigs in this mod showcase so far. Normally, whenever there's a disaster in Minecraft, disaster pigs are at the heart of it. They're always the only ones to survive the disasters, but in this case, they're being sucked into the black hole and there's nothing they can do about it. Just watch them get sucked in as it expands, that's amazing. They just get sucked in instantly. Wow, I'm loving that. So now we've just got like a massive ball of pigs, haven't we? Let's have a look. I'm probably going to get sucked into it when I try and do this, but look at that, there's a massive ball of pigs in the center there. Oh, that's awesome. Right, here we go. I'm probably going to get sucked in now. Let's see how close I can get before I get sucked in. Oh, yeah, there we go. I am now inside something. Oh, yes, and now I'm part of the pigs. I am now a pig. Oh, dear. Wow. Oh, this must hurt, being hit by loads of pigs being compressed into one tiny little point. Ouch. But anyway, yeah, that's the black hole bucket. And now onto the final one. So, the final kind of bucket is the frozen bucket, and don't worry, we're not going to get like a massive crowd of Elsas being spawned from this bucket. That's not what it means. Pretty much what this is a frozen version of the tsunami we saw earlier. So it's going to spread ice all over your world, and it's quite amazing to look at. So I'm just going to go up to the top here, and we may as well spawn it right at the top this time, because I want to see the biggest wave of ice you've ever seen. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, let's just go right to the top. It would be quite funny though if it actually spawned loads of Elsas, but no, it doesn't. Watch this. It's going to spawn loads of ice blocks. Well, it's more water which converts instantly into ice, but look at this thing. Yes, and now it's going to start spreading outwards just like the tsunami, and it's a mixture of ice blocks and water blocks. I mean, look at this thing. It's incredible, but it's also super laggy, but it is just like a solid wall of ice. And this is even worse, because if you do happen to get stuck in your house when one of these waves hits, you won't be able to escape, because it's just going to be a solid wall of ice. You're going to have to break down the ice, and then more water is going to freeze instantly when you break the ice. I have tried to do this, and it's just impossible to escape. It's just, you just get trapped and encased in ice. But yeah, this is the wave, and as you can see, super laggy. I'm running at like 21 FPS right now. It's like a grid of ice. I'm loving that. Here we've got water, ice, water, ice, water, ice, water, ice. You get the picture. But yes. Oh, I think this is the end for me. Look at the FPS. Oh dear, it's like a slideshow. Oh yes, but it's just so amazing. Let's just go underneath for a moment. Look at that. But yeah, that's the final kind of apocalyptic bucket. It's probably one of the worst ones, because unlike the tsunami bucket, you can't actually move through this, because it's ice and not water. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much everything in this mod. And one more thing before we finish the video, I forgot to actually show you which items you need to combine with the apocalyptic bucket to craft these buckets. So for the tsunami bucket, you need to combine it with a diamond. For the void bucket, you need obsidian. For the black hole bucket, you need an ender pearl. And for the fire bucket, you need flint and steel. And the toxic one, you need lime dye. For the frozen one, of course, you need ice. And then for the paint bucket number 1, you need bone meal. And the pink version, you need purple dye. So it's a purple version, not pink version. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. This is the Apocalyptic Buckets mod. And if you have enjoyed this mod showcase, please remember to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I'll be seeing you next time.